Everybody, it's Tom and T from Show Me Coasters, and welcome to our new series, Cabin Fever Excursions. Today we're visiting Merrimack State Park in Sullivan, Missouri. And this is the visitor centers for Merrimack State Park when you first come into the park. This has a really good information center, and they have a really good display about the ecosystem that exists here at Merrimack State Park and in the state of Missouri itself. So if you bring your kids down here, this is definitely well worth the stop. So let's go explore the rest of the park. So this is another one of the picnic areas, and you can reserve this shelter down here. We've done it a couple times for family events, like family reunions and stuff. And it's really nice. It's nice and shady, and it's nice and cool. And it's a beautiful view of the river as you're sitting down here and enjoying your day. One of the things I like about this pavilion is they have an open fireplace, and you can use it.
Once the park opens, they'll clean this up.
Yeah, they'll clean it all up. That wood will all get stacked for the fireplace, I'm sure. You can see some nice big barbecue pits out here.
It's better.
Yeah, they are better. I like the fire pits at Missouri State Parks better too. At the campsites.
I don't know. I want to get down this.
Yeah, it looks pretty muddy.
Plus I'm wearing sandals.
Yeah. So I'm going to head over here towards this trail. You can see T over there on the bridge. Guess there's a creek running down there through to the river. We'll go check that out. So one thing, Merrimack Park is full of trails that you can go and hike and get away from crowds and all that, and some great nature trails out here. I love this park. I just love this park.
It's so peaceful.
It is.
Oh.
So beautiful.
There's a couple.
Of course, this is leading back over to
Merrimack.
the river right through there, through the trees there.
Not too far from here is St. James. That's where the Merrimack River starts.
Yeah.
They have a.
At Merrimack Springs, yeah, that's a good place to go
That's
too.
where they have the. Is that trout? Not
Yeah,
trout.
the trout fishery,
Yeah, huge.
trout hatchery.
You can wade in the water.
That's a really cool place too.
And they have trout the size of your lower legs.
I would go a little further on the trail, but it's looking a little muddy. I'll go up a little bit. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm not. Like I said, we're at Merrimack State Park. This is one of their picnic areas. It's actually a really big area that's down here. It's towards the front of the park where you first come in. It leads up this road that's out there. Leads up the hill to where the campground is. Campground's in another valley on the other side of the little mountain right here. And I've been coming here since I was like 8. My parents started bringing me down here to camp when I was a little kid, and we've been coming here ever since. We're standing here on the banks by one of the picnic areas. Usually we come down here and camp, but the campground is actually closed. But standing here on the banks of the Merrimack River.
Tell them normally there's rock. The water is high.
Yeah, the water's actually high right now. It's early spring, so the river's up a little bit. Usually you can get down in this section down here. You can get down, there's a little beach area right here. People come over here, have picnics and swim.
And barbecue.
And lots of barbecues. But like I said, this is one of our favorite places to come. Up this way, up the river here, is going towards the campground. Can't see it right now. Can't get down there. I'd like to go down to the campground, but we can't. Yeah, the creeks have a little more water in them today than usual. We had some rain this morning, so this is probably all the runoff from the hill. So let's head up towards the top of the hill and see the camp store and the lodge area up there. Moved up to the top of the hill here at Merrimack State Park, and we've stopped here at the Fireside Store and Grill. And this is also where you come and rent the cabins at. It's a really nice little store. They got a lot of different supplies that you need for camping and such. And there's a nice little restaurant in there when you're feeling like you don't want to cook breakfast when you first wake up in the morning. You can come up here and have a really good breakfast. And it's not real expensive either.
No, $7, $8.
Yeah. We did that the last time that we camped out here, and it was really good.
Pancakes, sausage,
eggs, and
whatever you want.
But yeah, it was really awesome. So one of the things a lot of people may not know is that the Missouri State Parks were built by the WPA and the Civilian Conservation Corps. This was a program that was enacted by President Roosevelt during the Depression to put men back to work and young guys, young boys. And they built a lot of parks here in Missouri. Here's the building that the store is in. And this has changed over the years. It was a lot different whenever I was a kid. It was a lot smaller, I think. But it's still really cool inside. I wish we could go in, but unfortunately they're closed due to the COVID-19 coronavirus situation. You can see there's a place to sit up here and eat. If you buy something here to eat at the restaurant, you can eat out here on the patio. I don't know if you can see it or not, but we are pretty high up in the hill. You can see out across the valley there through the trees. It's just a beautiful area down here. We're really lucky to live in Missouri. Missouri is one of the most beautiful landscapes that you could ever see in the United States. So that's one of the rental cabins. And there's like 5 of them up here right by the lodge. There are more down the hill also, and towards the front of the park and towards the campground as well. But yeah, this is very scenic. You can fit a lot of people in these cabins if you don't feel like bringing a tent or a camper and roughing it. So I wish we could go down to the campground, but unfortunately we can't get down there. So we're going to use some footage from last year when we actually camped here and show you what the campground kind of looks like. I don't like these sites over here as well. They're rocky. Okay. Like it's concert. And another attraction down here at Merrimack State Park at the campground is Fisher Cave.
That's no bat.
It doesn't say.
I told you.
Have a flashlight.
I told you this used to be the gate. Used to fit right across here.
What?
This was the gate to get into the cave. The original.
The gate right there?
Now that is back there.
Wait, why did they change
Because they changed it. See how that's just all long bars going across?
Yeah.
Instead of the up and downs like this one, the grid.
Yeah.
This is so the bats couldn't get out through here. So they changed it to that.
The bats can get out?
That way the bats can get out easily, go out, forage for their food or whatever, and then come back.
How come the bats couldn't get through it?
Because they're too small. The squares are too small.
Their wingspan?
So they would have to try and fit through here.
It's too small?
Yeah.
Was it mainly their wingspan?
Part of their wingspan and their body size.
Couldn't they be like, it'd be like,
And if you take one of the hiking trails leading away from Fisher Cave down there, you'll find another cave up on the hillside down here.
It's probably so
It doesn't go that far back.
but it's still cool to go in there. Hey, at least it's not muddy as last time. You guys come in this way with us? Are there bats? Are there bats in here?
No,
No? Why?
there's just not. And there's the amphitheater where they do little shows, little presentations about nature stuff in the park. Different animals, different plant groups, things like that. Have those on Saturday evenings. So folks, that's going to do it for today's Cabin Fever excursion at Merrimack State Park. This is Tom and T from Show Me Coasters. We hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you from our next excursion. Have a great night.